Sandman, thank you very much for the 11 months, mate. Thank you so much for the support. What happens if I open the outside and it just let it into my base? Well, it doesn't have explosive decompression, as you might expect. It's actually a very slow process for it to vent all of the atmosphere inside the base. It would eventually happen, but it's extremely slow. It would take an inordinate amount of time for that to occur. Right, we've got half a ton of coal now, which, you know, is a good thing. I'm not going to pretend it's not, but I think the next area that I want to focus on, let's get all of this done. All of this done. Then I'm going to grab the coal from around here, because we've got quite a lot around here, actually. There's a hype train. Oh my lord, this is the second hype train of the stream. Fantastic. We had a level 5 hype train to start the stream. A particularly good start, though that being said, we have lost a tube, so... But thank you so much, everyone, for the support. That's incredibly kind of you. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much for the resub, Annie. 41 months. And the cheers from everyone. Thank you so, so much, everyone. Dark Helmet as well. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. And Starkalark for the cheer. And yes, Kiwis Can Fly for the cheer as well. Level 1 complete. Closet, thank you very much for the 2 months. Twitch Prime, second month, best month. Diolch yn fawr, everyone. Okay, our hatches are continuing to do hatch stuff. Is this hooked up to a wire? Yes, it should be. So that's keeping this fed. So that's one thing that my dupes don't have to do. They have to deliver the stone to this, but they can do that in much larger batches. And then this just transfers it across. Because this can only hold 2 kilos. Many of my dupes can carry significantly more than 2 kilos. This can only hold 20 kilos, but, you know, a dupe could bring 20 kilos worth of material across for that fairly easily. And Purple Rainbow, thank you so much for the gift sub to the community. The second gift sub on the channel so far. Second gift sub, best gift sub. And also for the sub as well. It hasn't actually pointed out where... Oh, no, there we are. It has actually shown who the gift sub went to. The tablet is so weird. Its notifications are so all over the place. It's rather awkward. Right, okay, we need one more Atmo suit. Well, that's it. And then finally I can turn that Atmo suit dock on. Cancel that. In fact, I could probably turn her on right... Well, I'd rather not turn her on right now, I'm going to be honest. I would rather get the last suit made, but this is already getting, you know, better. Your community is just super to be a part of, Aavak. Oh, Casualty, that's really kind of you to say. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that, mate. I was told 10 bits is what was needed for a remote. No, it's 100 bits in total. Sleepy Zooey, that is too. Unless that's changed. If someone could tell me in chat, if you happen to know, has that been changed? I'm still operating under the assumption that it's 100 bits. I could be wrong, though, if there's been any kind of adjustment to that. How do I deal with slime lung? To be honest, there's not that much of a thing to deal with. Slimy lung used to be a terribly, terribly dangerous thing, but it's just really not anymore. But that being said, I still try to avoid it. There are things you can do. For example, if I've got any slime, well, which I don't, but... oh, no, I do. I've got 206 kilos. That's stored in here. And because it's in a high-pressure environment... that is high water pressure. It can't off-gas, so it can't produce the polluted oxygen that's carrying the slime lung germ. Wow, Melissa Riddle, thank you so much for that enormous gift bomb. 15 gift subs to the channel so far. Thank you so much for the five gift subs. That's so, so kind of you. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. Let's see where we're at with the hype train. We are 52% of the way to hype train level 3, and we've still got 4 minutes to go. That is actually pretty amazing, I've got to be honest. Oops. Cellophane. Gotta have those spaces. That's what I get for hand typing. Oh. I do that all the time. Or I'll put punctuation after an emote, which just always makes something go wrong. Right, new printables. That is a shame. Supplying iron gut, noodle arms. No. Don't like any of these. Noodle arms, decrease in strength. Anemic, decrease in athletics. Both of those are awful. I'll take the oxalite. I can just sit in the base for now. How are we doing for food? We're doing alright for food. I'm starting to feel like producing life sloth is not the best use of my time. I'm gonna be honest. Ooh. Try and get over there and grab that if we can. How are things going down here? This sort of going? Oh. Oh no. You silly hatch. Why are you down here? Well, I mean, I refuse to take responsibility for the fact that you decided to be down here instead of somewhere far, far less likely to drown you. Want all of that right now. Pretty much. We'll get more of it. I don't want to move the water too much because I love having a little pip in there. I feel bad, but I really do. It's glorious. That pip is by far best pip. Well, this is reasonably hot water, to be fair. But 95C water, it will still keep this from overheating too much. Actually, oh no, this is made of copper, so it's going to overheat at 75. Oh no, it'll overheat at 125. Oh, that's right, yeah. Aquatuners have a higher heat tolerance, generally speaking. Right, how is our liquid situation looking? Relatively well so far, actually. We've more or less evened out our temperature at 23, and we're not using the aquatuners right now because the water is just generally not needing it, which is very, very nice to see. That's exceptionally nice to see, in fact. We could have some wheeze water around here, I suppose. For the sake of just popping out here and popping down a little bit of phosphorite every now and then. That would not be a bad thing to do. As this would chill this area, and I could even have a couple of radiant pipes there to absorb the chill. Ladybug Isabel, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs as well. And Windy Foursome, thank you very much for the cheer. Wow, another 5 gift subs. Okay, we are 28% of the way to a level 4 hype chain. And again, 4 minutes and a half to go. And once again, as with the hype train from the beginning of the stream, this is a higher difficulty hype train than usual. So it takes more to ride through the level. So I'm so incredibly thankful for the support. It's incredible of you. Thank you so much. I really can't overstate how, well, A, impressed I am, and B, thankful. Ugrak, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub for the 27th month, no less. And Little Red Sloth, I love the name. Thank you for being such a positive environment. I have an environment! I have achieved all of my goals. Everyone stay safe and have a good night. I'm heading off to bed. Oh, no star, mate. Have a good sleep. And Vanya, thank you very much for the gift sub as well. Is that your first gift sub? It doesn't actually tell me. It says you gifted a sub, but not how many. So usually it tells me. I can't tell for certain, but thank you very much, just in case it was. In fact, please put plenty of love in chat, because this is so much support and it is so intensely appreciated right now. So please fill chat with love. And while you're doing it, know that with 3 minutes to go, we're at 55% of the way to a level 4 hype rank. Right, I need to get... well, this doesn't need to be prioritized. We'll leave it at 6. How's all of this going? Ah, you've done well. I approve. I deeply approve. Right, okay, so with that done, let's go ahead. Replace this. Igneous rock, please. Igneous rock is a much better insulator. There we go. Now, we have to assume that the gas here is also going to be... the gas tanks are going to be containing an enormous amount of heat as well. Hello, Sheila. I could do with another warm drink if that's okay. Hmm? Well, I'll leave it up to you, but I am playing, aren't you? Okay. Bailey's, please. Thank you. Also, I hope you had a nice sleep. Lady Sheila is amazing. She just got up from sleep, and the first thing she did was to come and check if I wanted something to drink. I do not deserve. Right, you know what? Let me just cancel these gas pipes because they're all kinds of messed up and I can't force them to not be. So, with that done. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Mr. Fianor, thank you so much for the gift sub as well. You're 5th on the channel. One more. Can I ask why you stream at 4 AM? Well, it wasn't 4 AM when I started streaming. I started streaming, I think it was like 11, I think it was. And, Purple Rainbow, thank you again for the gift sub there. That brings you up to 3 on the channel. 3rd gift sub, 2nd best gift sub. All evidence suggests she's kind of amazing. And the evidence is in fact true. Can confirm. I'm going to need that to be done as a higher priority. But it looks like we're almost all the way down here now. Let's get that done. Once we've got that down there, I'm going to plug this in. I'm just going to let that run. Well, actually, I should probably still have this switch, shouldn't I? Well, I've got a switch down there, don't I? Yes, I do. Marvellous. Marvellous. We're getting there. Little by little, bit by bit. Oh, I'm sorry. Have we made the... Oh, we have. Get that installed. And then once that's in there, we're going to activate this again, and then people will be able to go and, you know, do underwater building projects with relative ease. I should hope they will be. They'll be able to anyway. I've got some breathable oxygen in there now. Excellent. This whole area is starting to come together. Has it been moved? Has it been set up? Yes, it has. Finally. Enable building, please. Tonk. There we are. you're sick, which does suck. You've got food poisoning, which triple sucks. The force is, as ever, on the brink of breaking. Let's check out the force. What's up the force? Let's have a look at you. Let's have a look at you. Problem is, I've got you with improved farming. I don't need the agriculture, really. That would bring it down. Nor do I realistically need the cooking. I could bring both of those down to bring you to a point where you wouldn't just be constantly getting stressed. Probably should too. Am I going to? No. Not yet, anyway. How are things going? How's our coal? Ooh, we are dropping rather low. Rather dangerously low. I do not much like it. Okay. Well, I'm going to need this area dug out. Then this area dug out. And this set to an 8. That'll do. Alright, now that we've got a bunch of people who can use the Atmos suits, we shouldn't be seeing any idle dupes, and yet they... Oh, that's actually quite pretty. I like it. It's a masterpiece. Alright. Yeah, we need to get that coal really badly. Again, we're not hurting as bad as we could be. Simply because... Oh, I'm going to turn that on. This is going to produce honking great amounts of CO2, but it's all right. There's been lots of wood being gathered for a while, so we should be okay for a little bit. Let's not work on any research or anything else that's going to require more power than I want to use for now. Now, if I have a look under miscellaneous or utilities, I think it was. Oil well. Now, overheat temperature would be 2,000 degrees. Just making it out of copper. Is there some reason why I would need something else? What about refinement? No, I could use this. But, see the issue here, I would need to be actively cooling this. Due to the fact that it would be pulling... I assume it's going to be fairly hot oil. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What does everything produce? Because I've very, very rarely played around with oil. So an oil well, it's crude oil, some heat. It would destroy water, though. It would produce 3,333 grams a second for 1,000 grams a second of water. So it would multiply the water input by 3. Thank you so much for everyone for the hype train. Sorry, I got super sucked in, and again, I can't actually see the screen properly, but thank you, everyone. I'm starting to fill out all my level 1 hype train emotes now. By all means, please do share. But Aavak explains why only one natural gas generator with many tanks for the gas. Surely he could run more. I don't know yet how much the one geyser is going to produce. But as you can see, I've allowed for quite a few generators to be built. It depends on how much it's going to produce. So I'm going to kind of tailor it for dormancy to try and carry us through. But we'll see what we can do about that. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, diolch yn fawr. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila has brought plenty of drinks. I would say MVT, but, you know, it's coffee, so probably shouldn't. That's some nice coffee, actually. Once again, I have the Daplings to thank for it. Or curse. I mean, it depends on which way you want to look at it. Right. But we could stave off some of our problems if we just dug down in here, hit this oil reservoir, and had that going. I think that may well be worth us doing. We've got this over here, which is active for quite a long time. It depends on the dormancy period, really, where that sits. Grand scheme of things. Right. Oh, I'm still building on a priority 8, damn it. You need to stop that, otherwise it's going to throw everything out. See, now I've got too many priority 8s. I can't guarantee things are going to be done in time. But we're at least getting some coal across. We should be able to crack into the water geyser. Good old buddy mining system there. Longhoff, hello! Hello, Aavak. I pressed a button. You did indeed. 18 months. Thank you so much. Also, say hello to yourself. You are the doctor. On that note, can I give you some more skills? I can. Then I want to give you advanced research so you learn a bit faster. Right. I do believe that the other mauls got used, didn't they? Let me go and check. Did the other mauls get used? Yes, all 4 mauls have been used. So we will be going for 6 hours on this. So that means we've got another hour and a half. Hour and a half before we switch over to some Horizon Zero Dawn. Where are we digging down here? Just getting this a little bit done. I mean, you're going to get rid of all of the sand as well, which is, you know, fine by me, I suppose. There we are. Well, done. Now, with that done, we can probably afford to have a look over here. We want to make sure that this never vents on this side, so I'm probably going to have to build up a wall on that side. Just to be certain that that doesn't happen. Because that would suck. That is emitting extremely hot oil. Which might be grand for dealing with some slicksters, but... New printables, another Draclet egg. Cannot do digging, cannot do doctoring, but you've got greater... ooh. Alright then, chat. Now, bearing in mind that my current plan is to go no further than 12 duplicants, What are we thinking about taking on Marie? What are we thinking about hiring Marie? She can tidy, 'tis true. I don't really have many tidying errands because I don't have a place to store stuff, but we've got, by the looks of it, plenty of food. We've got, by the looks of it, plenty of oxygen. Alright, yep, we're taking Marie, which means, to the name list, I must go. Who's next in the queue? That would be Manu. Pomp. Welcome to the colony, Manu. Now, Manu is going to be one of the first to work down here. There we go. But at this point, what are we going to set you up with? First and foremost, we need to decide where we're going to put you, and I guess it doesn't really matter in terms of the schedule. So let's just check out who we've got. We've got most of our farmers are in Dawn Watch. Kind of makes sense. Our rancher is in Day Watch. We've got 2 shifters of things. One in Day Watch, one in Dusk Watch. I'm going to say having Manu in Dawn Watch makes sense. Because you're probably going to be a shifter of things. I'm not entirely sure, but I believe Tilly may be pouring at the door. I will go and check in a moment. We're going to start with carrying. Get you set up. Oh yeah, I'm fairly certain I can hear him. Yeah. Be right back. Hello. Hello, little kitten. Hello to you too. Oh, she wants food as well, so I'll be right back. And I return. Many sorries for that. But kitten be hungry, yo. Okay. Now, at this point, I really do need to start getting people skill in exosuits. Because everyone more or less is capable of wearing one. The Force, oh, you are so unhappy with this, I know. But everyone needs it, so this stage, anyone who doesn't have exosuit training, I'm thinking of saying you're not allowed out. And yet, I know that is not going to be the case. So, whomp, whomp, whomp. The Long Half and Manu, each of you. Yeah, you're just going to have to live with the suits for now. It does suck, I know, but there we are. Go forth, become better exosuit wearers, please. This would make me happy. Just do a quick sweep, make sure no one's trapped themselves and is currently slowly dying. Because, you know, it's happened one too many times already. Yep, all looks okay. Scallywag, I just fed her. Oh, I'm sorry, Sheila. Tilly be sneaky also. She's hungry because she's flexing her sneak muscles so often.